And tonight is our full moon in Capricorn, guys. Tonight is the proper full moon. It actually already occurred. The full apex was at 2:38 p.m. Eastern Time. So about 7 hours ago, it was at its fullest point. And if you have been with us the last couple nights, we've been doing full moon readings for each one of our signs grouped by modality. So the first night we did the cardinal signs, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, and Aries. Last night we did our mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And tonight it is time for the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. These are the signs that are most typified by their fixed nature. They are more stubborn. They are more immovable. Once they've made their mind up about certain things, it's very hard to budge them. They are definitely considered the most stubborn folks of the zodiac. They're the most, they are more close-minded. They are not as movable, not as flexible. And unless they have, other placements in their chart that are mutable signs, they're simply not going to be very flexible at all. Once they make up their mind, it's almost impossible to move it. My dad had an abundance of fixed signs. He was, I think, 3 planets in Aquarius, fixed sign. Sun, moon and rising in Scorpio, more fixed signs, and then a whole bunch of Taurus. He had a ton of Taurus placements. And so that was a tough one. He used to say stuff like, I must be dumb or something. I said, no, you're not dumb, Dad, you're stubborn. So you're not, that's what it is. You know, it's very hard to convince you or to get you to change your mind once you've kind of gotten, your mind made up about some certain thing in your life. So let's get into it, guys. I hope you've been having a really good day. I know these full moons can be rather intense. I know they can bring a lot of emotion up to the surface. This particular full moon, we looked at it last night in the chart and the night before as well. So we're just going to take a peek at this. Why not? Because I want everybody to be able to get a look at that. In this particular full moon, because anytime the moon has been in Capricorn, really for the last 13 years, it's been bumping up against Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio, and it is those deep, heavy death, life, and rebirth cycles. So there always comes up something a bit transformative, something a bit intense, and bringing a lot of deeply held emotions and secrets up to the surface, right? And there's, of course, our Cancer sun. Mercury is in Cancer, Venus in Gemini, and so forth. So guys, that's what we're looking at. The July full moon is also considered the buck moon. That comes from the new antlers that emerge on the buck's head, the deer. And so, that's something that's often observed at this time of year. And then it's also considered as well the thunder moon, most likely because we do also get a lot of thunderstorms. We do get a lot of rain. I've definitely noticed that here. So no matter what kind of moon you call it, it's definitely powerful, guys. So we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to hit some tuning forks to just kind of help us collect and breathe. Hey there, Strawberry. Good to see you in the chat. Keep in mind, guys, these are general readings. They don't resonate with every single person out there. Take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. These will mostly affect, sun, moon, Venus, rising, but if you have other placements in a sign in your chart, you may find yourself resonating with that. It always pays to watch, them all to see like which one of, the ones that are in your chart, to see which one feels the most accurate to you. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can email me. My email address is below in the description box. And if you're interested in donating to the channel to help keep all this going, I do have a couple different options. I think I've got CashApp, Venmo, PayPal links down below as well. And if you're joining live, you can donate in live time on YouTube. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. With our tuning fork energies, we're going to do the sun, the earth, and the 528 hertz here. All right, guys. Hey there, Gwen. Hey, Sharon. How are you guys doing? I hope y'all are doing good tonight. I do feel a little better tonight. It's been tough times. It's been really tough times. But I am feeling a little lighter today. The last 2 days were super heavy. Not only is it the full moon Capricorn, it's my lunar return because I was born with the moon in Capricorn. So for any of y'all out there that have a Capricorn moon, I know Heather does in the chat. And yeah, we really feel that when the moon is in your sign. It's considered your lunar return because it comes back to the same spot where your moon was when you were born. I'm excited to finish these up for tonight. So let's see what we've got. We've got Taurus up first. Taurus, this is going to be your July 2022 Capricorn full moon reading. This is going to get into some lunar oracle and the tarot to get your messages. We're going to do a past, present, future layout. So that's going to look at the last 30 days or so since the last full moon, what was revealed or what was unfolding. And then we're going to look at the current energies that are coming in today with that full moon for you. And then we're going to look at the immediate future, the next 30 days or so till the next full moon is with us. So let's see what we've got. Taurus, I think this is a positive full moon for you. I really do. And the big reason for that is Capricorn energy is a fellow earth sign. So I do feel it has a positive impact on you. So let's see what we've got. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what you have for Taurus in their full moon reading for July 2022. Past, present, future. What do they have to be looking at? Nice. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So Taurus, the first card out in the immediate past, the last 30 days, it looks like you guys have been doing maybe either some emotional, psychological, or counseling work. If not, you're still, working through some old fears, some old baggage, some old long-held maybe secrets or things that have really been just getting at you from the inside out with that new moon in Scorpio to work through your fears. Let's clarify that card. Let's see a little deeper into what you've been working through, Taurus. I feel like both of these might be coming out. Oh my goodness, something very burdensome for you. Oh my word. Okay, on top of that Scorpio card, we have resilience and release. Two very powerful rewords right there, Taurus. This resilience card always makes me think of the 10 of Wands in the tarot, right? Where, they're hauling that heavy burden of sticks, up the hill, and it's just like, when is this going to end? And it is the end of a burdensome cycle, in my opinion. Taurus, you are one of the most resilient signs in the zodiac. You are a very strong person, but I do feel you may have been doing some emotional or spiritual clearing over this last 30 days where you have really worked through some of these heavy burdens and, examining how much you take on yourself, how much you let other people put on you. And now it's time to release it. With this full moon coming in, this is a major transformative release where you're coming to the end of that difficult cycle. tonight's moon in Capricorn, look at that. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini energy is what you have in your present moment right now. So I do feel, be patient here right now and over the next 30 days. A lot of the things that you need to know are going to be revealed, Taurus. Anything where you have felt confused, anything where you feel like I need a little bit more info, it will start to open up. Let's get into a clarifier on this for you. The masculine, yeah, the divine masculine. And, you know, it's like I keep feeling like there's like two want to come out for you. So I'm just going to pull them. We had the divine masculine, the lunar god, and we also had the blue moon. You're one of only 3 of our signs that had a blue moon in their reading, Taurus, and I just feel very strongly about this. There could be a masculine figure in your life that you've kind of been like, well, I need some answers from this person. I need to hear from, you know, from this person, or I need to get a certain amount of information or communication in a situation before I can, you know, embody this leadership and make my decisions and really go forward in whatever way I need to. And it may be very unexpected. You may even have a sort of discouraged feeling around getting those answers, like I ain't never going to hear from them. They're not going to tell me what I want to know anyway. But keep the faith, Taurus, because that blue moon many times says to believe in the impossible, to expect miracles, and don't give up. Going into the immediate future, the next 30 days, as this full moon completes and we build to the next one, is to not let pride get in your way. Taurus, you are stubborn. Full moon and Leo energy. Leos are stubborn too. They're a fellow fixed sign. So I would say, don't let your stubbornness, you know, become a stumbling block, right? It's not a problem to be strong in who you are, to have healthy self-pride and self-worth like Leo, but don't let it turn into arrogance. Don't let it become something that gets in your way of really relating well one-on-one with folks. Let's get a clarifier on this card for you guys. Yeah, I feel like Taurus, you might be dealing with the Leo. You could be, or dealing with someone that has some Leo qualities, because I get a feeling that you might be dealing with someone that kind of also feels very strongly about being right, and they feel like, no, I'm the queen or I'm the king, and you're like, no, I am. And so it's a little bit, it could be a bit of an ego battle here, but only if you let it be, right? Because I do feel that, yeah, you have a good sense of what you want. You're very determined to get it. You're sitting in your power on your throne. This is very regal energy coming into your future here, Taurus. And especially if you haven't felt that great about yourself lately, there's nothing wrong with embracing a little extra self-confidence and self-worth and self-esteem, but don't let it become a blockage. Don't let it get in the way of you being able to relate to others. So let's get into your tarot, Taurus. We're going to pull some tarot on top of these 3 columns, past, present, future, to deepen your messages here. Wow. Yeah, I do feel like okay. There is definite movement. You have made some big strides forward from your immediate past. The last 30 days, I feel like you have done a ton of inner work, really digging deep into the subconscious, into your motivations. It's like you've really started to do that personal growth. You've really gotten far with it. Even if you don't recognize that, Taurus, you really have. You've really worked hard to balance from inside. Wow. Yeah, and oh wow, more Leo energy. You're either dealing with a Leo or you're really embodying some Leo gifts. And I feel like part of this could be that you have really decided to embrace your self-worth, your self-confidence, your magic, your creativity, and that is giving you a lot of a boost. It's giving you this great big like energetic boost, like, yeah, I'm awesome. I never quite realized that I was that awesome, and I need to, you know, have people treat me accordingly. what I feel here again, you know, there's something about you wanting some information, answers. Somebody might be, you might feel like they're hiding something from you with the Seven of Swords. But the immediate feeling when I saw that is, oh, Taurus feels like somebody's not being completely truthful with them. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. Let's get a little clarifier on the Seven of Swords. Who is this in Taurus's life? What kind of stuff is this around? Is somebody really being deceptive with you is what I want to try to get a little clarity on. Huh, this is an interesting one, guys. I'm going to pull two more. Interesting. So this is Cancer energy. It's also some fire energy yet again. Potential Leo, potential Sagittarius or Aries. But what we got coming out in order was the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the King of Cups. So I do feel like, you know, maybe for some of you, there might be a tussle around real estate. Somewhere that you're trying to move, there could be a lot of drama or arguments or conflict, something that's kind of stressing you out around that, and you're not sure that you're getting all of the truth or all of the information that you're seeking. I also say that because, you know, the King of Cups is our Cancer king, and that does rule the realm of home and family, and the hearth. So for those of you that are going through that, that's definitely a thing. You really want to get all the answers very clear. You might also feel like, you know, am I getting the truth in a relationship or a potential soulmate union? And it may be really, you know, it's kind of got you feisty with that Five of Wands. Like, you're not afraid of confrontation. If it's worth it to you to have those arguments, Taurus, go ahead, put your truth out there, be detached about it. If it's not good for you, be willing to walk away from it, right? You've got to ascertain for yourself if that Seven of Swords is a person or a situation. But give it a little time as well, because I feel like, you know, you're going to be getting more communication and more answers than you may currently have. Going into the immediate future, more regal energy. We've got the Queen of Cups. She is my Scorpio queen. She is, of course, the divine counterpart of the King of Cups, which we already had in the read. So I find that very interesting that we've got that, you know, that good water partnership, very intuitive, very caring, you know, very deep emotionally. But she is discerning about who she lets into her world. She is discerning about who she will engage with emotionally. So Taurus, only get involved if it's worth it. Don't let your ego be the trigger. You know, that's the only thing I'd say with all this Leo energy. It's like, don't let people trigger you. Don't engage with them just because they pushed your buttons and upset you. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, balance your energy. Very important over the next 30 days, because I do feel like you're really sensitive. The two signs that you have a lot of energy, well, actually three. I'm going to say three. You have a lot of Scorpio energy, a lot of Leo, and some Cancer energy in this read too. So I would say, you know, this is your energy. This is a Taurus card, Taurus Libra energy. So I would say that it is important for you to balance your intense feelings and passions. Don't engage with people that aren't willing to reciprocate your energy with you. That's how I feel about that too. On the bottom, woo, we've got the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So, you know, Taurus, you may be dealing with the end of some really difficult cycles. You had that resilience card in there in your immediate past. And the Ten of Swords is a similar energy where you've just really been through the ringer. You've been through some huge disappointments, maybe some outright backstabs or betrayals. And our Queen of Swords is a Libra queen. She's very much about removing people from her life that aren't good for her, that aren't healthy, you know. So you may have to do that. That may be the undercurrent that's running through some of this, is that some people gotta go. Other people are welcome to stay, but they do have to treat you right. They do have to treat you right. Don't hang around people who bring out the worst in you. You know, that's another thing as well. People that really like hit those triggers and they don't care that they're doing it. That sort of thing, Taurus. Just be careful of that. Let's get into a manifestation for you, Taurus. To get a summary of all of this energy here. Yeah, there it is. You know, there's that importance of the Gemini communication. You've got it both on the top and the bottom. Oh my goodness. On the top was the first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. So whatever you think about and focus on at this time, it is very strong and you do have a good potential of manifesting it. Underneath the new moon in Gemini, think it through, right? Use your mind. Don't be, you know, lost in thought, but use your thoughts, use your wisdom, use your words and your communication wisely. Don't jump into anything too quickly here, right? Take your time. I know you will, Taurus. I know you're a sign that does like to take its time. You don't like to be rushed. Happy full moon to you guys. All right. Well, we got 10 in the chat. We got a lot on a sleepy Wednesday night. That's pretty awesome. Hope y'all are doing really good. I'm a little tired, but I do feel better today, most definitely. Yesterday was heavy. It's been coming and going. It's been very up and down. All right, so let's see who is here. Hey, Huey, good to see you. Hey, Silver Star, MT, Marie, Sharon, Gwen. Yeah, everybody's here. A lot of our folks are here. Good to see you. All right, let's get into Leo next. Leo, woo, roaring, roaring Leo. Capricorn energy is interesting for our Leos, for sure, you know. Capricorn energy highlights and lights up that 6th house of Virgo for you. So many times, you know, when we have energy in Capricorn, you will pay attention more to your health, your personal habits, how well you're taking care of yourself. So that's definitely a thing that's going on here, Leo, for you. So this is going to be your messages for this full moon. And we're right in it. We're right in the energy of it. July 13th, 2022's Capricorn moon. These are messages for Leo. Past, present, future. From the last 30 days, the last, you know, what you've been working with from our last full moon. What's coming in presently and currently with the full moon tonight. And what that will be unfolding as over the next 30 days or so till we build up to the next full moon. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians and ancestors, let's see what we have for our beautiful Leos. Anything they need to know for their highest and best good, please. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, something about this Leo feels like you've been working hard. You've been doing a lot behind the scenes is how this kind of feels to me. In the immediate past. And I think you're also like really working at kind of building up your self-esteem or your confidence again. There could have been some sort of setback. I don't know why I'm just having that feeling. You are good enough. The full moon energy in Virgo. So that was, you know, the last 30 days. And to me, you know, this is all about adjusting your habits. We just talked about how the Capricorn full moon, you know, kind of highlights and activates your Virgo house universally. So this may be something where you've really been paying attention to your health, your habits, your inner dialogue. If you need to be a little nicer to yourself and give yourself more positive affirmations, that's coming out very strongly to remind you of your self-worth. Let's get into a clarifier, please, on top of that for Leo. Yeah, and it's really about being at peace with yourself, being at peace with your self-worth. Having that quiet confidence that radiates from within here, Leo. Absolutely beautiful. Right in the present energy, what's coming through for you with this Capricorn full moon tonight is the new moon in Aquarius bringing love into the situation. So if there's something that requires more love, more compassion, a little bit of emotional detachment as well, because Aquarius can be emotionally detached. It's kind of like you can still be helpful, you can still be caring without getting too involved in the really, really messy emotions. If you've got a situation like that, Leo, where, you know, something has been kind of dramatic or over the top, you know, it's like this is reminding you, you know, you can still bring love into the situation without letting it get really messy and dramatic. Let's get into a clarifier, please. What could that be about for my Leos? Yeah, it's just walking the path, Leo. And you may be going to a new level where, you know, you are realizing, you are seeing that, you know, I don't have to approach every situation with my whole heart in my hands, right? You know, because Leo is the opposite of Aquarius. That's your polarity sign. And Aquarians can be more emotionally detached and more cool, whereas Leo does tend to just put their whole heart into it. So this could say, you are learning, Leo. You're ascending to a new lesson, a new level of understanding and wisdom that, you know, you don't always have to put all of your heart into a situation. You can be a little bit emotionally reserved until or unless it's proven that you can put more of your heart in there. Going into the immediate future, the next 30 days after this full moon, and how that will work out is conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So I do feel like there are momentous things happening. There are solutions. There is closure. There's understanding. There's awareness, revelations, all of that coming up. You know, full moon lunar eclipses are also many times about some sort of a release, like what the breath out is, like what we're breathing out. It's like breathing in good things, breathing out things we want to let go of. Let's get a clarifier. Let's see what this could be about a little deeper for Leo. Yeah, and it is willpower, Leo. I do feel like you have a lot of personal power and drive. And it's one of those things, it's like if you really want to release a certain thing or element from your life, you can do it. It just takes your focus, right? It takes a little bit of willpower to say, nope, I'm not going to go back down that negative track again. That's a big part of it. You can do that, Leo. I mean, you are a stubborn sign when you want to be. You are a fixed sign. So once you kind of dig your heels in, that's pretty much it. Let's get into some tarot, please, Spirit, for our Leos out there, our beautiful lions and lionesses. This is just going to deepen your messages here. We're going to lay them on the same past, present, and future columns that we have already put out. Yeah, there's been something kind of disruptive in the immediate past. We've got our Tower card. And so I do feel this is kind of an interesting thing, because in the immediate past, I feel like, again, you know, you've got this very peaceful card with the peace energy. We've got the Virgo full moon, and there is that energy of peace and acceptance and self-worth. And, you know, the funny thing about the Tower is it is rather dramatic, right? It can be these unexpected or shocking turns of events. It is Mars energy. Sometimes it can be that clash of wills or conflicts. But usually what the Tower symbolizes is that our old foundations no longer serve us, old structures that are outworn, things that need to go. So ultimately, you know, these Tower moments may have given way to a lot of greater peace, or you will be finding peace as the result of some Tower moments. Let's get into a clarifier on that Tower, please, for Leo. Oh my goodness. Let me pull a few more. We had the Tower come out again. So it was a big one. That was a big one, guys. Something really completed. Something, oh, some big cycle. Look at the clarifier cards in order that we have. So this Tower card, this Tower moment could have been about maybe some people that you worked with. For a lot of my Leos, it would have been a working situation. Sometimes people read the Three of Pentacles as third-party situations in romance. I don't personally see this card so much that way, but if that is what happened for you, then that could well be it. I read this more as a teamwork kind of card, a work, environment or co-worker relationships, because that's very much what it's about, and the Pentacles are definitely about that. But there's some kind of major like disruption there, some kind of major letdown, and the Five of Cups really shows that you have gone through a lot of grieving or are still grieving this, but there is a completion here with the World, right? This was actually meant to happen the way it did. It was not meant to last. There was something unstable about it. There was something that wasn't necessarily going to be for your highest good over time. The World card is a powerful card as well for Leo, because you are in this card, right? The lion is one of the symbols. It's all the fixed signs in that card, as well as Saturn. So it's a Capricorn power card as well. It really points to having learned a lot of lessons and a lot of karma. And when I look at the bottom from that, it's the Justice. So there's something very karmic about this. There's something where, wrongs are going to be righted over time, but there is something very upsetting. There's something that was very upsetting there, and unexpected. Going into the present energy, what's coming through with the Capricorn full moon is the Lovers. So we've got that Gemini energy there. Like I said, for some of my Leos, this could be love. For some of it could be work. But for some of you, it could even be both. Because the Lovers, even though there is that emphasis on romantic love and connection, it's a communication card. It is definitely a card of making decisions, communicating clearly, because it is Gemini energy. This is really saying, like, relationships and connections can't happen if you don't have good communication flowing between you two. Let's get into a clarifier, please, on the Lovers for Leo. And considering that we've got that on top of bringing more love into the situation, we talked about, this could be, continuing to be caring while being emotionally detached from the drama, right? It's like this is learning new ways to communicate with loved ones here, Leo. Still being compassionate, caring, and loving, but also being able to not like let yourself get too stressed out by these situations, right? We've got the Six of Cups on top of the Lovers. This could also deal with family members. This is big time family card. The Six of Cups is the one card in the tarot that really deals firmly with the past, nostalgia, and memories. This can be inner child work. This can be connections with family. This can be old lovers or old flames coming back into your life saying, hey, Leo, want to give this another chance? And you may be saying, well, let's talk about this first, and kind of keeping them a little at arm's length, because you don't want to get too embroiled in that drama. Going into the immediate future, like I said, with that willpower card and the conclusions in reach, we do have the Three of Wands. So I would say, get nice and rooted. Get nice and rooted, Leo. Let go of whatever needs to be released. And don't worry too much about chasing anyone or anything down at this time. The Three of Wands is very much about letting things come to you. You're putting in the work, you're putting in the effort, you're putting in the willpower, and the people and the circumstances that are meant to be yours will come. Ten of Pentacles. And yeah, I mean, this is a nice ship. Very nice ship coming in with this Ten of Pentacles. I mean, that's just a beautiful card. This could be, greater financial stability, more trustworthy and loyal people coming into your life, things that will stand the test of time. That's what you're really waiting on. You're like, that's what I want. That's what I want to see coming in. On the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles. So yet again, another beautiful kind of manifesting gift from Spirit card, and the King of Cups, which is wanting to make good emotional decisions. Good decisions with your heart, good decisions with your finances as well, as we have that Ace of Pentacles in there. Let's get some manifestations on this for Leo. This is quite a read. I really like the cards. You've gone through some big stuff here. Yeah. This is an interesting one. There might be a little bit of stop-start energy at this time for you, Leo, because on the top, we've got the new moon in Aries. Go for it. So that's definitely a card of, you know, that's Mars. That's the Mars energy. That's your tower right there. That's like, just get it done. Take care of it. Don't hold back. It's very spontaneous energy, but on the bottom, look at that. You got the proper full moon in Capricorn card for the full moon in Capricorn. So it's reminding you as well to take a reality check of where you really are, where you're really going, and what you want to do to plan for it. Like I said, it's a little bit of stop-start because, you know, this Aries energy is like, let's go, go, go. Capricorn says, just take a minute to assess and make sure you want to go where you're going. Does this really work? Will this really hold up over time? Quite a read there, Leo. I'm curious to see what Marie was saying. You were saying a bunch of stuff in the chat, and I'm curious what it was about. So I think I'm going to take just a second and read that. Because I know you're Leo. And I think there's something going on with that. Let's see. Here we are. Some challenging days, yeah. Yeah. Finally slept. Ooh, 20 mg melatonin. That is a lot. Worked for a friend. Didn't get paid. Oh my gosh. Oh no. On his side got dramatic. He went on vacation, back now, won't answer the phone, and not paid for the work. Wow. Wow. That really resonates with that reading, with that tower. Wow. Yeah, because that's upsetting. Oh, I've had that happen to me, Marie. I've had that happen to me. I remember once I did this big sewing project, and they were supposed to pay me a pretty good amount for it, and then they didn't want to pay it. It was like, but I did the work, and they're like, well, we don't know if we're going to use it after all. I said, well, it doesn't matter. I still did the work. Yeah, it's very, that's upsetting. But it does look like something's going to work out over this 30-day cycle with those 10 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles card. Even if you don't get compensated by them, something else is going to come in that will compensate you. That's the feeling I get. It's kind of like if you know, it doesn't mean don't fight for it, but I would also say don't stress yourself out unnecessarily. I've been there before, and it's like there's only so much you can do, right? But that's really not cool coming from a Capricorn. We don't mind working for what we earn, but we want to earn it, right? It's like we want to get it. Like if we work hard for something, we want to get it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Not cool. No, not cool to do that to anybody. That reading really felt like yours with the Three of Pentacles and all that, with the tower around it. Yeah, totally. They dropped the ball. And then try to make it like it was your fault. That's not all right at all. If you have legal recourse or if it's worth it, you might want to just ask. All right. I wish you the best in that situation, because I've been in those situations before. Trust me, when you're a musician, artist, seamstress, people are always trying to cheat you. They are always trying to do that stuff, like, oh, your work wasn't that like important or something, and it's just like, oh my word. No, it's not cool, not at all. All right, Scorpio, let's get into it, y'all. This is your full moon in Capricorn reading for July 2022. Today's the 13th, the day of the full moon. It's actually the evening of the full moon now. But this is going to look at your past, present, future, what you've had going on the last 30 days or so since the last full moon in Sagittarius, what's going to be coming in presently with this full moon in Capricorn, and how that's going to play out in the future over the next 30 days. So let's see what we have got for you guys. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us our beautiful Scorpios anything that they need to see or feel for their highest and best good around this full moon in Capricorn and the lunar cycles. A lot of new, ooh, like all, wow, Scorpio, all new moon energy. So these are like fresh new starts for you. The last 30 days, check it out. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. I mean, that's just to me like ultimate new beginnings. And it's probably been a very busy past month for you as well. And all that activity has been good for you. Let's see what this is around. Let's clarify this for Scorpio, please. Yeah, you might feel like you've been, you know, kind of getting by with the skin of your teeth, though, with this, because the Wolf Moon, the Hunger card, can sometimes point to a slight feeling of scarcity, concern about finances, concern about loneliness. So you might want to take a little downtime now, Scorpio, because it's time to kind of reconnect. It's important to reconnect with friends, with family, to get a little bit more stable so that you won't feel so shaky in your foundation. Right in the present energy tonight, the full moon in Capricorn coming in is bringing the message communication is key with the new moon in Gemini. You know, many times it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So communication is very important. How you express what you express. Let's get into a clarifier for this one. And pleasure, yes. So letting people know how you feel, communicating your thoughts with clarity will bring you a lot of pleasure, a lot of satisfaction, and also kind of lift a heavy weight off of your heart. That's what that really feels like right there. Going into the immediate future, look at that, a new moon, the full moon, new moon energy without any sign attached is coming through. So a new start is coming. Scorpio, I feel like this reading is amazing because all of your lunar oracle cards from Moonology are all new moons. Even on the bottom of the deck, we had the luck is on your side with the new moon in Sagittarius. So this is definitely a cycle of new beginnings here, new opportunities, new growth. You may have, you know, let go of a lot. You may have released quite a bit, and now it's like it's a fresh start. Let's get a clarifier on this future new moon here, please. Yeah, and it's really so much about your willpower and determination. Like it's really about, you know, you are willing things into being. You're really going to have to stay the course with it. It's kind of like, don't give up, don't let up. You know, keep focusing on what it is that you want to manifest here. Let's get into some tarot, please, for Scorpio. Let's see what we have got, Spirit, for them on the same layout, past, present, future with these lunar cycles. And we're just going to pull these to deepen your messages. Ooh. Though I do think, wow, yeah, there's a lot of positive here. There really is. In spite of, you know, some of the struggles, the loneliness, the worries about scarcity, I feel like, you know, overall, what's been going on over the last 30 days is very positive with the Sun card. The Sun is the most positive card in the tarot. So I do feel whenever it shows up, it's kind of like hang through that dark night because the sun is going to rise. Let's get a clarifier, please, on the sun. Seven of Cups, and this may be part of why you're having a little struggle inside. The Seven of Cups is a lot of different options. I do get a sense that there's a little bit of procrastination here, Scorpio, maybe kind of, you know, mulling things over a little bit too long. And it could even be, I mean, it's like with the sun's influence, it could be a lot of really good opportunities, but you're not sure exactly which one you should take. Right in the center, here we go, Queen of Cups. That to me is your queen. That's my Scorpio queen. Very discerning about who she lets into her world. She is the one from the cup suit that keeps the lid on the cup. She is very intuitive, very powerfully feminine, very caring and nurturing, very emotionally deep, but she is careful about who she lets in. So, you know, this could be like something to do with communication with someone in your close-knit circle, or deciding whether or not you should communicate deeper with somebody new coming into your life. Let's get a clarifier on this one, please. Six of Pentacles. So balance the reciprocal energy, equal give and take, Scorpio. I would say if people are willing to kind of, you know, more or less put their money where their mouth is, or really follow through on the things that they promise, then that shows you that you can trust them a little deeper, right? It's sort of like, don't tell me, show me. Going into the future here. It's interesting that we've got the World card in a reading that feels so strong with new beginnings, because the World to me is a strong closure or ending. It's usually a very positive ending that opens up a new door for the future. So at the same time that you're opening up these new beginnings and new doors, I feel like there are some pretty big ones that are being closed as well. Some big karmic cycles going on here. Let's get a clarifier on the World, please. And we've got the Six of Cups. This could be something that's very sentimental for you. You could be closing some cycles on some old family business or some old family connections or ties. You could also be letting go of an old flame or an old love connection, finally putting that to rest, right? It could have been something that was ongoing back and forth for a long time, and you finally let it go. So there's a lot going on in there. On the bottom, we do have the Two of Swords and we have the Four of Swords. So like I said, with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Swords, I do feel like there's a lot of indecision going on here. You know, you may have some real choices that you need to make and stop procrastinating on. It's been making you kind of tired though. So it's like, I feel like after you've made that decision, after you've really put that to rest, it's like you need a rest. All right, let's get into a couple of manifestation cards, please, for Scorpio. Let's get a nice little summarization of this reading for them. There we go. Ooh, yes. All right, so new moon in Aries. You have this twice, right? It's interesting, like the first card was new moon in Aries, and you're bringing new moon in Aries again out. So again, you know, this is definitely a time for action, for movement, taking things forward. Just go for it. On the bottom, we had full moon in Scorpio, your own energy here. Breathe through the tension. There is tension here, Scorpio. So remember to breathe, remember to rest, reflect, meditate, and have some downtime, because that Four of Swords definitely is encouraging you to do that as well. Wow. Good read. My stomach is just growling away. Oh my word. I swear, like I can just, you know, grab a snack and I jump in here, and before I think I'm fine, and then before I know it, stomach's growling. Shut up. Me and my mom always talk about this, and I don't know if this is a Capricorn thing, but me and my mom talk a lot about how we just wish we didn't have to eat so often. It's like, could we just, I mean, we enjoy eating, but do we have to do it so much? It's really inconvenient. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we have got. Happy full moon in Capricorn, guys. Aquarius, I will always say that, you know, when the moon is in the sign that's right before yours, this is going to be a more sensitive time for you because it does highlight and light up that 12th house of Pisces, and it really does get deep into the heart, deep into your sensitivities, and your spiritual side. So you may feel a lot of spiritual sensitivity, or even intuitions coming up with this full moon in Capricorn. Let's get into it and see what we have got for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, please show us what you have for our beautiful Aquarius folks. Anything they need to see or hear for their highest good. And we're going to do a past, present, future layout, guys. It's going to be, you know, the last 30 days will be the past since the last full moon. And we'll look at the present energy of what's coming through for you right now with the full moon in Capricorn. And the future will be the next 30 days or so as that builds up to the next full moon, which will actually be in your sign. Our following full moon will be in Aquarius. All right. Oh, yes. Ooh, yes. Okay. Good. Some good stuff here, guys. All right. Immediate past, the last 30 days or so, Aquarius. Surrender to the divine, the full power and energy of the full moon. So that's really saying, don't be too stubborn. Don't be too fixed. Don't be too rigid. You've got to surrender to divine timing. You got to be patient. You got to let things ebb and flow. Oh my goodness. Let's get a clarifier on top of that card, please, for Aquarius. As we know, so tonight, you know, was all about the fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And y'all can be very stubborn. So when you hear that word surrender, I know that's a little more challenging for you than most of our other signs. On top of this card, resilience. This card reminds me so much of the 10 of Wands. It is about a burden, a struggle, something that's been very challenging for you. But this is a card that tells you this is testing your resilience. It's ultimately making you stronger. It's making you tougher. It's making you more able to handle the challenges of life. And it's a cycle that won't last forever. You will get to the top of that mountain. You will be able to put that burden down. And you're going to be so happy once you get through that, okay? Going into the immediate energy, present energy tonight of the Capricorn full moon, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. This may be the first really, really big test in someone or something you're committed to, Aquarius, and you're kind of like, should I keep going or should I give up while I'm ahead? Look at that half and half moon. You might be kind of like halfway through the journey and there's a whole lot more to go and you're like, should I keep going or not? You really gotta feel that out for yourself within, whether you want to stay committed and devoted to whatever this is happening with you right now. Oh my goodness, look at that. We had the snow moon pop out. I'm going to take that as an extra message for you. The snow moon is purity of intention, purity of heart. What are your pure desires, your pure intentions around this? Is this something or someone that you truly love, desire, want? Because it's going to take some resilience. It's going to take some toughness. You know, sometimes things that we really want aren't going to come easy. That's why not everybody has them, because it's not easy. Realization. Yeah, you've got to come to some realizations about what it is that you truly want. What path do you want to walk? What key? What locks do you want to open here, Aquarius? And I feel like when you do a little reflection and you say, what is it I really want in my heart of hearts? You're going to realize the answer, and it's going to unlock a lot of understanding and awareness for you guys. And a lot of it is, yes, it is that purity of intent. over the next 30 days, building up to the next full moon in Aquarius, we have full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So there will be peace, there will be resolution, there will be understanding. And because this is that subconscious energy of Cancer, we're doing this reading in Cancer season. I do feel like it's going to be something that advances your personal growth, your personal understanding and awareness. Let's get a clarifier. What is this issue about? Anything you can tell us? Yeah, it's to me, this is a time of new openings, right? Look at that void moon, the new dark moon, right? So this could be a fresh new beginning, fresh new understanding. But what I really always get with the void is blank slate. So don't come in with a lot of preconceived notions or ideas about how anything's going to play out. This is your empty chalkboard. This is your piece of paper that you haven't written or drawn anything on. So don't go into a situation or a conversation with a foregone conclusion, Aquarius. To me, this is a beautiful combination because you are going to have that, chance to have resolve, clarity, understanding, but don't go in with a lot of preconceived, already preset ideas, right? And honor each other, honor the person's boundaries and yours as well, right? That's part of this because, look at on the bottom of these lunar decks, we had the boundaries card and we had to bring more love in the situation with the new moon in Aquarius. So to me, it is also a new opportunity to bring in a whole lot more love, a whole lot more appreciation for where somebody's coming from as well. Really, really nice. Let's get into some tarot for you guys. We're going to just deepen these messages up a little for you, past, present, and future. Please, Spirit, show us what more you can tell us about Aquarians' full moon cycles here. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. There's something you're revisiting. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. Yeah, you've been really playing things very close to the chest over the last 30 days. To me, the Four of Pentacles can definitely be that card that's like you don't want to spend any money. You don't want to open up your heart. You've been very careful, very cautious, playing things super close to the chest. Sometimes it's a good thing to be careful and cautious. Sometimes this is a card that really says the tighter you are, the less people can reach you, the less that you can, relate to others. So it's kind of like there's that balance of give and take. It's like if you don't give, you also can't receive, right? So let's get into a clarifier on that Four of Pentacles, please. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. It's interesting. You got the 4 and the 5. And I do think that that is, coming out of a fear of scarcity. It's usually not real scarcity, but there's a thing about you that you're sort of like you're scared of losing anything. So you're holding on maybe a little too tight to certain elements in your life. So this could be a real message that says, don't fear loss. Don't fear being left out in the cold, Aquarius, because you could also just be feeling very lonely right now. It's time to make different choices. It's time to choose to be open. It's time to choose to go around the side of that building and try a different door and open it up. Because if one way of going about something isn't getting you where you want to be or isn't opening that door, we got to try a new door because the lights are on inside. It's warm in there. You don't have to stay out in the snow there. And on top of the present energy with the commitment being tested and the realization, we do have the Devil card coming up on top of that. This can mean a couple of things. For some of you, it may be a commitment with a Capricorn that you are, thinking about or is being challenged or tested. This could also be about your personal habits because the Devil, many times, the negative side of Capricorn is that they can kind of stay in a rut, right? They can kind of do, get into routines and patterns and habits habits that are kind of joyless, right? You might be working a little too hard. Sometimes that can be a workaholic kind of card. And it could also say that you may need to focus on your own personal habits. And that can be a lot of different things. It's like, are you not sleeping enough? Are you drinking too much? Are you not eating healthy enough food? Are you telling yourself super negative things over and over and over and, you know, running yourself down that way? Let's get a clarifier, please, on this devil card, guys. Gotta get that devil off your back. Seven of Cups. There's lots of choices. There's lots of things that do need to be reviewed and discussed, right? So it may not be, it's not as simple as maybe you think, but there are some decisions that got to be made. Again, I do feel like that will come through, but I think it is definitely time to just kind of sit down, look at all the facts. Maybe you're working on some paperwork or something to do with a business as well. You might be even starting a business or thinking about it. And maybe you just haven't gotten it going because it seems a little overwhelming. And so the Seven of Cups says just, you know, take it apart piece by piece instead of trying to tackle the whole thing all at once. And that way you're going to get motion on it. In this immediate future, I think it's like you're writing a new chapter with that dark moon and you have the Six of Cups. So it's very likely a chapter with someone you already know or someone who's already in your life. To me, with the Cancer energy with the Six of Cups, which is also a Cancer ruled card, this feels like you're really dealing with some family issues or some family connections, maybe healing some deep inner child wounds that you've carried for a while. Six of Cups can also be reigniting an old love connection as well. Or something that you have good memories. You have some nostalgia about it, some sentimentality. Let's get a clarifier, please, on the Six of Cups for Aquarius. And we have the Tower. Yeah, there's got to be some motion. And I think that you're really reworking some of these foundations. And you might be saying, let's make sure the foundation is solid. There could be some big revelations, but I do feel always the Tower happens for us, not to us. And so, you know, this Mars energy is making sure that there will be motion here. It's not going to just be stagnant. Like I said, that resilience card that you had in this reading earlier, Aquarius, it reminds me of the Ten of Wands. And look what's on the bottom, the Ten of Wands with the King of Swords, which is your own energies, Aquarius King. And so I feel that this is the end of a burdensome, difficult, challenging cycle. Something that has been really weighing on you, something you've maybe even been working hard at, is finally resolving. It's finally coming full circle. You will be able to put that burden down and you'll be like, oh, goodness, okay, glad we got through that. And to me, the King of Swords is a good strategist, right? Using your mind to make good plans, to see a positive way to handle the future, right? Just remind yourself with that to not be too cool, too aloof, too emotionally detached or unavailable. Sometimes that is something, of course, Aquarians go through. King of Swords can come across that way. It's good in business, but not in personal relationships, right? So when it comes to your personal relationships, you're going to want to try to have a warmer approach. And when it comes to business, maybe that cooler, more strategic approach. Let's get into a manifestation on this, please, for Aquarius. Yes. Oh, I love it. Both really, really, really nice. I'm going to take this one too. Actually, all of these. Oh my goodness. Guys. Okay. These are all for you. These are all for you, Aquarius. They are. We had on the top and the bottom both. Keep your heart open and make time for self-love. First quarter moon and last quarter moon in Libra. So this is, to me, a beautiful, open-hearted, loving energy, both coming and going, both on the waxing and the waning. So it's sort of like, you know, Open your heart to others, be loving with others. Also make time to love yourself, take good care of yourself. Like I said, you know, that devil energy can be, you know, re-examining your habits. Are you eating well? Are you exercising? Are you taking good care of your physical body? Be good to you. Tell yourself positive things, not negative things, right? Because that resonates deeper than you. When you start to give yourself positive affirmations, it bleeds over into how you treat other people as well, and they will notice that difference. Sagittarius energy was also on the top and the bottom. Look at this. Last quarter, what's it, the last? Yeah, full moon in Sagittarius and the last quarter moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. Don't get too narrow in your focus. There's more than one way to do things. Practice gratitude. Pay attention to the things in your life that you already have that are amazing and wonderful, Aquarius. This was a beautiful, beautiful reading. I really, really liked it for you guys, and I think that you're going to get through this. I think you're going through some struggles, but you're going to get through them. You know, there's a potential for new beginnings and healing things from the past. Very, very good stuff. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. I appreciate every one of you that have joined the live or that will watch this after it is set. I will be posting timestamps as soon as I can on each video so that you can revisit these whenever you like. But happy full moon to you guys. Happy Capricorn moon. And I hope to see you again very soon in a live in the future. Take